Good morning, traders. This is Shane Scott, the moderator of Newsware's Trade Talk. At Trade Talk, we're providing you with the most up-to-minute news on the market, along with the facts, themes, and short-term trading ideas for the day ahead. Joining me today is our trading anchor, Bill Olson, who brings over 30 years of institutional trading knowledge to our program. We're going to get things started with our markets update. U.S. futures are rising higher this morning, with S&P futures up 0.55%, Dow futures up 0.72%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.4%. A string of positive economic readings have spurred optimism in the recovery from the pandemic. Over in oil, the OPEC forecast has been tightening a global market ahead of Tuesday's meeting, which has sent WTI crude oil to their highest in more than 2 years. Commodities from iron ore to copper also pushed higher. Over in Europe, the Stock 600 index gained 1%, with advances seen from cyclical shares. Data also showed that Euro area factories are struggling to keep up with surging demand, and joblessness in Germany fell. Over in Asia, reports signal that manufacturing has grown in May despite pandemic flare-ups. But what are you seeing as far as market updates?
Well, Shane, I'm positive on the market. What can I say? I mean, I was watching the S&Ps this morning. They were up 0.35. Next thing you know, they're up 0.45. Look at them now; they're up 0.51. I look over to what's happening in Europe, and you see positive gains with the DAX up 1.5. The FTSE and the CAC are also up. I'm seeing a lot of positivity this morning, and I'm kind of excited because I know there's going to be money to make because the sentiment is clearly positive this morning. You have that PMI reading, you have construction spending reports due out today. These are going to be highly watched. These gains that you're seeing, there's really an indication that the economies around the globe are starting to recover from the pandemic. And you look at oil, and it's really about this OPEC meeting that's starting today. They're likely to raise their outputs. Iran is still kind of a wild card. They probably won't discuss it much. They're going to be bringing in, more supply to the market. But think about it. Demand is increasing. The supply gut has been dropping. So I think oil prices can continue to trade a little higher from here. I'm still watching a lot of earnings. We got earnings coming out from Hewlett Packard, Stone, STME, Zoom Video, ZM, and AMDA, Apple Mary, boy, Apple.
Moving into earnings to watch today, Bill, tell us what we're seeing there.
Well, there's nothing, really that came out this morning that I was really watching. But this afternoon, Umbrella Corp, that's ticker AMBA, Apple Michael, boy, Apple, they're priced for an 8.6% move. Call put ratio there on Friday was 1.03. Estimates are for a 17 cents move. Estimates are for 17 cents. An 8.6 move in the stock is pretty big. Hewlett Packard Enterprises priced for a 4.9% move. Call put ratio on Friday was 0.78, and the estimates are 42 cents. Stone Corp, that's ticker STNE, Sam, Tom, Nancy, Edward, they're priced for a 9.43% move. Call put ratio on Friday was 0.31. Estimates are 94 cents. I'm concerned a little bit there. A Zoom Video, that's ticker ZM, Zebra Michael, they're priced for a 9.13% move. Call put ratio was essentially flat, but it was 0.93. Estimates there for 98 cents. And then we have tomorrow morning, we have Advanced Auto Parts, which is priced for an 8% move. And their call put ratio was 1.94. And their estimates are $3.08.
Let's talk about economic reports. Bill, tell us what we're seeing for reports today.
This morning, we have the PMI manufacturing report coming out. At 10 a.m., we also have the ISM manufacturing index. At 10 a.m., you're also seeing construction spending coming out. And at 10:30, you have the Dallas Fed manufacturing survey. Little Fed speak to watch out for. 10 a.m., Vice Chair Randall Quarles will be speaking. And at 2 p.m., Fed Governor Laurel Brainard will also be speaking.
Moving into our morning's critical insights, starting things off with one on Claris, ticker CLAR. The company is set to buy Rhino Rack for an aggregate purchase price of $255 million. In other news, Cloudera, ticker CLDR, has been bought by KKR, ticker KKR, and Clayton Dubilier, ticker CD, with the company being appraised at a $5.3 billion value. Cloudera's share price is up 24.73% in pre-market. In other news, Alkermes, ticker ALKS, announced that its medication made to treat adult schizophrenia has received FDA approval for public use. In other news, Sanofi, ticker SNY, and Merck, ticker MRK, announced U.S. availability of a combination vaccine which protects from 6 different viruses. Sanofi's share price is down 0.43% in pre-market, while Merck's is up 0.5%. President Biden will be speaking on Centenary of Tulsa Race Massacre at Greenwood Cultural Center, Tulsa, at 4:15 p.m. Not really market related, but you never know what can affect things, so something to keep in mind. In other news, meat producer JBSS USA, ticker JBSAY, determined Sunday that it was a target of an organized cybersecurity attack affecting some of the servers supporting its North American and Australian IT systems. Resolution of the incident will take time, which may delay certain transactions with customers and suppliers. In other news, Amgen, ticker AMGN, made an agreement with Kyowa Kirin to jointly develop and commercialize KHK 4083, a human monoclonal antibody. Amgen will make a $400 million upfront payment in this transaction. In other news, Eni, ticker E, and BP, ticker BP, are reportedly in talks over the future of their oil and gas portfolios in Algeria, as both sides attempt to refocus their operations amid fiscal and climate pressures. Both energy firms are considering an outright sale. Eni share price is up 2.2% in pre-market, while BP's is up 1.68%. Bill, what are you seeing as far as this morning's news?
Well, Shane, I'm using my alerts to really drill down into specific segments like industries and specific events. That way I can go through the news quickly and find out which of the stocks that are really going to be hot, which ones are going to be really moving today. I look at my FANG alert every morning. One of the things that I was reading was and it really was a review of Biden's budget proposal. Did you know that there's an 11% increase in funding to the FTC? Now, this is interesting to me because this is an indication to me that the FTC is committed to really reining in these inherent monopolies of the big tech firms. So, it's going to be concerned. There's going to be a lot more volatility in these big tech names as these trials and hearings get underway. Amazon is opening up a disaster relief hub in Atlanta for faster responses to natural disasters. It's pretty good ahead of hurricane season. Amazon and Ford Motor Company, the electric truck startup, Rivian Automotive. This could target a valuation of $70 billion in its potential public listing later this year. Facebook, I see that Loop Capital is holding an online advertising conference today. This could really affect shares of Google and Facebook today. I also noticed that Facebook is easing their restrictions on COVID-19 posts. Tesla, Musk attributes the higher vehicle prices to supply chain price pressures, such as the lack of semiconductor chips for his vehicles. In terms of my Dow Jones 30 alert, Chevron, that's ticker CVX, Charlie Victor X-ray. Stock was up $1 today, but the volatility is low ahead of this announcement that's coming up from OPEC later today. Visa, that's ticker V, they made an additional investment in Login ID. The amount was undisclosed. Pfizer and Moderna are developing another COVID-19 vaccine booster. I see ticker J&J, Nancy John, that's Johnson & Johnson. They're apparently asking the Supreme Court to review the $2 billion talc verdict. They're looking to have that overturned. Intel Corp, that's INTC, India, Nancy, Tom, Charlie. Their CEO yesterday said it could take several years for the global shortage of semiconductors to be resolved. Let's talk about looking at some option headlines. I see that Biogen, that's ticker BIIB, boy, India, boy. They have a PDUFA date on June 7th. That's next week. And the June implied volatility is at 120. Now compare that to the 52-week range of 28 to 106, and you can see that an expected move higher or expected volatility is very likely in Biogen, ticker BIIB. In terms of events today that I noticed, Upwork, that's ticker UPWK, under Paul William Kilo at 11 a.m. They're having their annual shareholders meeting. ANET, Apple, Nancy, Edward, Tom, that's Arista Networks at 2 o'clock. They're all having their shareholders meeting. A couple of catalyst calls to note. Ticker MTM, Michael, Tom, Nancy. This is Vail Resorts. This was named a catalyst call buy idea at Deutsche Bank due to pent-up demand. UPS, under Paul Sam, they just had a price target raise from 230 to 220 to 235 from Citibank, because Citi is looking at their June 9th Investor Day as another positive catalyst, and they think that they could raise their guidance at next week's Investors Day. Ticker SAP, Sam Apple Paul. I noticed that Deutsche Bank is naming a buy idea catalyst call this morning as well.
Moving into our Trade Talk picks for today, I'm picking Alkermes, ticker ALKS. This is off of the news of their announcement that the medication for schizophrenia that they've developed is FDA approved now. This has just came out for them, so this should be a positive for them and see some gains into the market for them today. What's your pick looking like, Bill?
I'm going with Biogen, ticker BIIB, boy, India, boy. This upcoming PDUFA date's a big deal. Stocks tend to run higher into PDUFA dates because the volatility is there. You see it at 120. The stock has been trading a little lower, but it's stabilized, and there could be, some positive upward momentum. Call put ratio is 1-to-1. This announcement is on their Alzheimer's drug, and it's been a big focus of the stock. I am not looking to hold this very long. I'm looking to, make a couple dollars and get out, but I think that there's going to be some positive upward momentum in Biogen today, ticker BIIB, boy, India, boy.
Moving into what's hot off the press, talking about the news that's hitting the tape as we speak that'll be moving the stock today. Let's go ahead and get into it. Bill, looking at our newswire alerts streaming in, which are the ones we should be letting traders know about?
Abbott Labs, that's ticker ABT, Apple Boy Tom. They just cut their 2021 profit outlook because of significantly lower COVID-19 testing demand. Their new EPS is coming in, it looks like at $1, where the consensus is $1.23. It's a 23% drop. You also want to take a look at Quest Diagnostics. That's ticker DGX, David Grace X-ray. They're probably going to be dropping as well because their revenue has been climbing on these additional COVID tests, and without them, it looks like lower revenue.
Extended Stay, ticker STAY, is declaring a special cash dividend of $1.75 per share.
Well, going on to that Extended Stay, I see Blackstone and Starwood, they just raised their offer to acquire Extended Stay to $20.50 per share.
One on Toyota, ticker TM. Toyota Motor North America just announced the creation of a Toyota data privacy portal.
Morgan Stanley raised their price target on Best Buy, ticker BBY, boy, yellow, to 120 from 115.
Mogo, ticker MOGO, has just announced an agreement to acquire all remaining additional shares of CoinSquare.
Goldman Sachs raised their price target at American Express to 185.
Here's a pretty hefty transaction. Pembina Pipeline Corporation, ticker PBA, is combining with Interpipeline for a $8.3 billion deal.
Monday.com, this is a new IPO that's coming out. They said this morning that they're planning on selling 3.7 million shares between $1.25 and $1.40 in its IPO.
Vertex Energy, ticker VTNR, has just gained another 30% in pre-open trade today.
Just want to add that on Monday.com, it looks like Salesforce and Zoom Video Communications both have each invested $75 million in a private placement at their IPO price.
On the topic of early morning gains, again, AMC Entertainment, ticker AMC, is up 15% in pre-market this morning. Anything else interesting for you, Bill?
No, that's all I'm saying.
Same here. So that'll do it for what's hot off the press. But traders, keep in mind, you can receive the same breaking stories we do simply by subscribing at newswire.com. Check us out for a free trial today. Moving into our scoreboard, talking about how our picks did from Friday. I had Zoom, ticker ZM. It opened at $330.51, and by 10 a.m., and again later around 12:50 p.m., so multiple opportunities, it went up as high as about $336 for a 1.66% gain. The stock ended up closing up a little bit lower at $331.53, but there were definitely some good opportunities to catch some appreciation. So it was a good move for us. How did yours end up doing, Bill?
I did DocuSign on Friday. That's ticker DOCU, David Oscar Charlie Under. Stock opened up at $200.98, and then it ran. It ran as high as $204.29 on Friday. It did close lower to 201.62, but DocuSign's a good company. They got a great product, and you can see it's railing again today with the market. So DocuSign was a good trade.
Nice. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Trade Talk. But traders, you know what to do. Let's get out there. Let's make some green.